Hello, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? You're welcome to this liberation gospel. I thank God for today, in all we have done and what we are going to do, and in this brief time which we have spared to discuss what will help us to further our existence as his children. Let us be enriched with wisdom and human understanding, so that everything at the end of the day will be to the greater glory of his name. I thank you for joining me in this brief edition of my Liberation Gospel. I said IPOB must be empowered. IPOB must be empowered. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. Though we haven't really given much, but I decided to make this brief talk in view of what happened in Enugu. We've seen I made a mistake. I wasn't properly briefed when I issued a little statement condemning that. It wasn't even a protest, it was a meeting, it was a prayer meeting. But anyway, we do know what Nigeria is all about. That you see why it is regarded as a zoo, because it is a country whereby human life is not sacrosanct, it is not sanctimonious, it is useless to the people that call themselves leaders. People can no longer gather to pray. You know, it didn't start today, and you and I do know very well that this is what has been happening in that so-called, in that God-forsaken country. But we don't talk for fear of one thing or the other. We've seen that we've been silent, and we're happy that a group have risen, you know, something that those who have been killing us thought will not happen, but to their chagrin, to their surprise, a group has come out and been consistent for some years to mobilize the people to begin this process of conscientization, which is needed across the spectrum of Nigeria. And this is what IPOB has done. Whether you like it or not, people like me and those whose heads are clear know that IPOB is doing a marvelous job. I thank you for joining me my friend AGK Pius, good evening. I hope you will help to spread this message. It is very important. Share this message across. IPOB must be supported. They must be supported. Why wouldn't they be supported? I mean, what are the evils they are doing? Except protecting our land. Who do we have to protect the land? We've seen that since the end of the Civil War, the Fulani oligarch have raised what they call Biafran or Igbo elites and imposed them on us. And unfortunately, this elite that they raised can never do anything. They can never protect us. You and I do know that they can never protect us. Who will protect us? Is it the governor of Imo State? Is it Hope Uzodinma that took fourth position and was brought in and imposed by the Supreme Court? Is he the one that's going to protect us? If he go against their will, they remove him. Who is going to protect us across the Southeast? The only person I see even talking is in Port Harcourt, Wike. And you see, since Wike has matched them in the way they want, what is the story there? I've always said it that the Fulanese are cowards, but the problem is that some people think they have the monopoly of violence. When you match your enemy, tit for tat. Of course, in as much as they say when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. If you come fighting me and I am prepared as much as you are prepared, of course, you'll be cautious. It is time for us to rise to defend ourselves. And look, nobody's asking you to come and fight. A group have decided to arise from our cowardly environment. And they say, look, empower us, give us the mandate. We want to defend our people. Why can't we support them? I mean, why can't we support them? Do we want to be like the Hausas? Look at the Hausas. Many of us, until recently, don't even know that Fulanese and Hausa are two distinct groups. The Hausas are a very great nation, a great tribe. You find the Hausas in most of the West African countries. You find them in Cameroon, you find them in Niger, you find them in Chad, you find them in Ghana, and you find them in Nigeria, where you have the bulk of their population. But the Fulanese came through their cleric leader, Usman Danfodio, and deceived them. And today, where are the Hausas? The Hausas are the beggars now. They've hoodwinked and caged them with Islam. They can no longer talk. The ones that Christianity came to save in southern Kaduna are the ones they are killing now, because they were driving towards the Middle Belt, but they were stopped by other tribes who didn't want the continued Islamization and jihad to continue. The thieves, the Idomas, all those minority tribes in the Middle Belt. But the British come in, seeing that they were more organized and they can be used easily. They were not educated, and they'll just give them the share. Now empower them. They are now using the Hausas, whom they have conquered for over 100 years, to reach out to the rest of the tribes. And that is why we are suffering. Look at these people. They don't have value for. They are nomadic, cow, sleeping with their cow, many things, atrocious doings that they get involved. These are the people we are in. They've been drawing Nigeria back. You and I do know that in as much as you say they are not in power every time, but they control the levers of power. At the end of the Civil War, the British made sure that the Biafrans, especially Igbos, didn't have access to power, because they've seen that we can create, We can manufacture. We are the original Igbos. When we talk about these things, people don't understand because they've refused to research and read. That's why wisdom, if you look deep, search deep, make research, there are a lot of discoveries. They say my people suffer out of ignorance. They are coming towards us, and they know we are their obstacle, nothing more. When they say they want to dip the Quran into the sea, that's euphemism. It's just to conquer our land, because our land flows with milk and honey. We know that. But unfortunately, things has gone haywire. But a generation has risen up again. We will not allow that. Instead, we will mow down some of our brothers, kids and kins, who think they can walk with them. There's no need. Mention words. Time has come. What do you need? We have a group that have mobilized. They are ready. The foot soldiers are there. They just want to be empowered. Many of us are in different parts of the world. What does it take? What does it take? Just little contribution. We must look for the nearest fund generating outpost for IPOB. And no matter, every little counts. Look at them. From Guinea, they've come inside what we call Nigeria today. Everybody has been held to ransom. They're controlling the resources. Our own resources, oil. Don't you know? They've laid the pipe from our territories straight. And the new one there, they've discovered that oil is going into extinct, but gas not. They've now started laying the pipes for gas into Arabian territories. Look at, we won't keep keeping quiet. We can't keep keeping quiet. We must react. Look, yesterday, look at what happened. People praying, this is intimidation. They keep intimidating us to cow us down. Somebody told me yesterday, a young lady told me that she just discovered recently that her grandmom is Igbo. This is a Fulani girl. I was just listening. She said she never knew that her grandmom is Igbo. But unfortunately, the grandmom always cover veil, you know, the way this hijra, whatever they call it, they cover their face. So I was just listening. I tried to probe, but, you know, a bit of curiosity with subtle not to arouse her. I just wanted to know. But before that, I knew. Do you know that during the war, many girls were kidnapped by Nigerian soldiers, not only Fulani, across even Middle Belt. Many of the girls they kidnapped never came back home after the war. Many of them never came back home after the war. And I've always said it. I have an auntie from my village in Umugoma that came back. She had 2 kids and she just abandoned the kids and came back. Many of our girls that were kidnapped during the war, many never came back because of the stigmatization, you know, they will suffer when they come back and things like, you know how Igbo culture is. And they've been using this. This is how Fulani do, you know, spreading their seed. And look at what we are suffering today within our homeland. Many are rearing their ugly heads, sabotaging the effort to even free our land. You will be wondering what is really wrong. Some of them, you think they are your brothers and sisters, but they are bastards. You see what we are suffering in our land. Intimidation, victimization, marginalization. Yet, some of our people want us to keep quiet. they don't want us to talk. So what does that mean? Can't you see that something is wrong? And we've seen a group that have been building up. What are the ills of IPOB? What are the ills of IPOB? Let me ask you a question. What did IPOB do? You said they are insultive. Which insult is more than the one that happened in Enugu? I mean, that people were praying, and they just invaded that place and started shooting. Came into their prayer ground, arrested, abducted people, and dispersed them. When they came out, they opened fire. Is it today? What of Gideon Akaloka's head that was beheaded and his head hoisted on the streets of Kano? Or is it the one we are seeing today? The rape and killing in our farmland. People are now afraid of farm. And before you know it, this generation won't be going to farms again. Fulanis are now coming. They will just go into Okorie, our forests, and just take hectares of land and build settlement there. If you come towards that area to farm, they'll just hold you, rape you. If you're lucky, they won't kill you. And you know, as our society, many of our girls, they've been raping. Some of them have not been confessing that they are being raped because of the social stigma attached to that. Like I said, yesterday, a young girl told me that she never knew that her grandmom was Igbo. She told me this in confidence. And most of those girls abducted during the war, all the beautiful girls then, you know, when they see your less Chigemwanya, many of them were abducted. Some of them never came back because they were afraid. They were abducted, indoctrinated, pushed into Islam. And before you know it, when you have one baby, you have two babies, you won't abandon your kids to run. You know how women behave. And this is what we're suffering in our land. And this bastard, they're now using those mixed blood to, you know, devil pride himself in one thing, counterfeit. He wants to do anything that God does, but he's not God. That's why you see, devil is all about camouflage, pretending to be God, but he's not. This is what we are suffering. Look at today. What has IPOB done? Our people that are against IPOB, what did IPOB do? Tell me what IPOB did, except that same hatred that is inherent in us. If we see somebody that is doing something well, instead of you to encourage or support the person, you want to bring the person down because you cannot do it. Have you forgotten that our people say na chia uhotu? Chia uhotu. Everybody has his own gift. You cannot be Ukachukwu Okorie. Ukachukwu Okorie cannot be either Prince Eddie or Roy Ekunife or Chukwu Flavian or Nze Arize or no. I cannot be you. This is a very simple thing. Nnamdi Kanu has come out and distinguished himself in mobilizing our people. This is what we want. If you think he's doing it wrongly, please do something. We will follow you. We will follow you. I mean, we are looking for heroes. People are invading our land, killing our people. They want to enslave us. Don't you know they want to enslave us? Or you want us to keep them quiet? Out of greed, idiocy, selfishness, and jealousy, then we'll just keep quiet and they will overrun us and take over our land. Before you know it now, they will force everybody. Many of you should go and read the history of Israel. This was what they were doing then. Everybody now migrates. Everybody was migrating. going abroad. At the end of the day, few was left home. For how many years? Hundreds of years. Arabs run the territory. I see some people talk about Israel, they have invaded. Do you know what they suffered? Until 1948. They had a chance during the Second World War. Then, the ones at home, now mobilized with Jews that were in the Allied forces. And they had to fight. They had to fight the Arabs that have, and the British, because the British were in charge of Jerusalem then. It was given to them as a mandate after the Ottoman Empire has fallen. Ottoman Empire, which today is Turkey. At the time, for hundreds of years, were ran Jerusalem. But when they fell during the First World War, the League of Nations, which is today's United Nations, now handed over that territory to the British. So, Anibako and Kitty, if we keep quiet, we will lose our homes. We will lose our land. It will be generation unto generation. Well, now maybe you remember, that is, if you look at what is happening today, we are not even teaching our children their culture. Mixed marriages here and there. We are losing our culture. Because we are not focused. Now time has come. This is an opportunity. IPOB has declared itself. They want to protect our land. What do they need? I need just little. Every little helps. Every little helps. We need to empower IPOB. Fulanis are cowards. We must match them tit for tat. The moment I match them for tit for tat, everything will be. Because look, Chineke no nyerani ni ha nyeme. Onye nazo onwe ya. If you like, pray from today till tomorrow. If you don't prepare yourself, it will never happen. David, that you read his Psalms in the Bible, did he not go to war? Did not people fall? People have to fall now. I might even die the next hour. I don't know. I may die tomorrow. I might even sleep. I won't wake up. So why are we afraid? We have young men who are ready to battle for us. They need to be empowered. If you know you cannot do it, get somebody who can do it is there. So stop shouting, hey. People are going to fall. It's natural. We cannot, because of people are going to fall, we will not defend ourselves. The onus lie on us to defend our generation and our land. And what do you need to do? Is to contribute. Everybody must not go. Even if there's war now, everybody cannot go to war. We have young people. That is why we are procreating. This is why we are having children. So we cannot look at, after all, there's no employment at home. Look at what's happening in the army. They are recruiting Boko Haram. I mean, Fulanis have 6 or even more than that. The known ones are 6 terrorist groups on all fronts. And they are in stronghold of the coffers of the nation. Look at what Buhari boys are doing. Borrowing here and there. They are not doing anything with money. Look at the woman in, they say they use how many billion to feed school children who were at home. Are you not aware they are amassing money? Kaduna Kennedy, who is giving them helicopters, drop arms for them. Even along our, they've been intelligence. They've been dropping arms for this headsman. Before our Kuro eyes, during the lockdown, lorries were pumping in people, men of fighting age. And we just kept quiet as if nothing is happening. Something is happening. We will not keep quiet. We won't keep quiet. We need to empower IPOB. We must empower, and we should stop all these protests. I mean, we should be picking them. If they kill, we'll kill back. This is normal. If they see that we are prepared, how can you know where we go? No, we can't complain every time. And when somebody fall, we say, Nnamdi Kanu is doing this. Nnamdi Kanu, I see now, what are your plans? People are coming to take over our land. Do we keep quiet? Do we fold our arms and let them take up our land? Are IPOB armed? IPOB is not armed. They've been involved in peaceful protests. And they said that there was even no protest. This provocation is getting out of hand. The earlier we wake up and start contributing, start supporting this group that is out to save our land, the best. I mean, are you not shameless? Every day you keep coming. You see a group that is out to do something, and you don't want to assist. Instead, you are trying to. I see one or two idiots making noise, trying to create attention. Everybody is now talking. Charlatans. Because social media affords us the opportunity to talk. You see people, they come out and be making noise. If you think the young man is not doing it right, bring out your proposal. I mean, do something, we will support you. We are out to support heroes who are ready to save our land. It's a very simple thing. Nnamdi Kanu is on the right direction. I mean, I've been following that. I've been following him for a little time now. Even from day one, right from when he came, he has mobilized, and this is what we need. Our people need to be conscientized. Because many of us, we think it's just making money. What is this money? Money is paper. I've said it before. Money. At the end of the day, you pack all this money. You won't even do. They'll just come. You send 100 containers. One idiot that hasn't even brushed his teeth in Roro or Tinkan will just seize your container. Are you not ashamed? So what do? We must be ready to defend ourselves. And being ready is making contribution to IPOB. I heard Nnamdi Kanu the other day out of honest saying anybody who wants to contribute should go to World Igbo Congress. But I've checked that World Igbo Congress. I don't trust them. The one they are forming here in Europe is just a gathering of opportunists. I went into the meeting and saw that they don't have any agenda apart from giving themselves portfolios. That is not what we want. We want concrete plan. We want concrete plan to save our land. And that is what IPOB is doing. Setting up structures in every part of Biafra land. Even abroad. What we need is to mass up the pool of resources. The Fulanis are busy stealing billions of naira. You see that every day. They've hijacked all the media. If it's not social media, we won't even have the medium to air our opinion. And this was what happened during the Nigeria-Biafra war. Ojukwu suffered in order to push his message out. BBC and the medias, the international media, they were against Biafra. I mean, I don't know this conspiracy. This conspiracy that they hate us so much. They don't want us to have our freedom. And I've always said it. Biafra is the light of the black race. They know that. And that's why because we've seen here, many of you that are abroad here, we've seen the racism we encounter. We see the problem we encounter on a daily basis. They don't want us to be free. Even the ones that are inconsequential, the ones that are even numbskulls and dullards, they think they are better than you. And this is why we must stand up and be counted. We need our freedom. We need our freedom because we love freedom. We want to empower our people. We want to spread it. I was discussing with an Hausa lady the other time. I said, look, the only way the middle belt and Hausas will have freedom is the restoration of Biafra. Because they've been sabotaging our efforts. They are afraid that if we go, they are going to be killed or finished. But on the contrary, that is not so. Instead, the Republic of Biafra will save them. It will help them. Already, the new age of Biafra, which Nnamdi Kanu has ushered, is even beginning to conscientize the dead Hausa mind. They're beginning to, some of them don't know their history. Look at Igala. Many go to Igala land. You see Islam across Igala land, when it's not supposed to be so. Many of them don't even know the history. Is it not from this Radio Biafra? Some of us are beginning to push into research the issue of Igodo, Edo. Who knew that even the Obastool came from Yoruba land? It's not me that said it. Edo's, Igodo citizens are the ones telling us, informing us, giving us information we don't know. This is as a result of the new age of Biafra. It is an age of enlightenment. It is an age of knowing things that you don't know. It is an age of searching for the right things, for the progress of the society, for the advancement of knowledge and reasoning. That is what restoration of Biafra will usher in. Many of us don't even know our history. When we talk about it, yes, my people are, they will always believe, they believe in Chukwu Abiyama, but they get involved in idolatry. You can't believe in too many gods, because the God you believe in that dwells in heaven, he said he doesn't want to share his glory with anyone. And many of you go to worship water, go to worship carved wood and all those things. What have they done for you? You see, this is why this restoration, the process for the restoration of Biafra is becoming tedious, because the witches and wizards, the forces, the devilish forces, they don't want it to come, because if it comes, for it to come, when it comes, it will bring up the greater glory of our God. Because it's been very clear that the restoration of Biafra, it's hinged on bringing back the glory of God. And they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. But it will come. The only thing with children of God, you must be steadfast. You must be strong. And I've said it. I'm following Nnamdi Kanu. I'm submitting to his leadership on spiritual grounds. The moment he loses it, God knows how to. Because Biafrans are his children. He will raise a new leader. He will raise a new leader. But as long as this guy, I've said it, he has the mandate. Nobody can bring him down. What we need to do is to pray for him and to prepare ourselves. If it is shedding of blood or people fall, people will fall. It is natural. Look, you read the Bible. Don't you read the Bible? Weren't there wars in the Bible? There were wars in the Bible. There must be wars, because the Bible is still the same Bible that tells you that the kingdom of God suffered violence, that only the violent take it by force. Is it not so? The same Bible you read. If you're a Christian, is it not written that there was war and Lucifer was chased down? How can you be chased down? How can Lucifer be chased down if it wasn't warfare? Have you forgotten that the powers, kingdom of darkness will always fight to take center stage? But when light comes in, it illuminates. That is what we are battling. So, look, self-defense. When they say slap you the other place, turn the other cheek, it is not in self-defense. So you have to defend yourself. Look at the new policies coming to control the churches, the praise. Because why these things are working? Because most of the pastors are criminals. They are criminals because if you know the mind of God, you will be fearless. Jesus Christ that you preach about, was he not fearless? He feared nobody. Herod and co. He went into the seats of the Jewish economy. The temple where the economy had its foundation, and upturned the temple of money changers and said, "You brood of vipers, you are turning my father's house into a den of robbers." Did he not say that? That was Jesus Christ. And that is why if you have the mandate of God, you fear nobody. Children of God are not afraid. They are not even afraid of death. They are not afraid of death. It is when you are of this world, then you begin to be afraid. My estate, my cars, my beautiful wife, my this, my that. Forgetting, during this COVID-19, how many people died? They were throwing corpses like confetti. A day, you see. Some days, 10,000 people died. 5,000. Don't you know what is 1,000 human beings dying in a day? To tell you, man is nothing. But we must save our land from these janjaweeds. We must save our land. And empowering IPOB, it is the easiest. What do you need to do? Make your contribution. Contribute to IPOB. They are the only people prepared. They are not paper tigers. We don't need paper tigers. We need people who have built structures, who are still building the structures to defend our land. We don't need anybody who is shaken. You saw Wazirike started and chickened out. This is how many years Nnamdi has done this struggle, and he's been consistent. And that is why I got revelations about how many years? 3 years or more. Then I kept quiet until the last 2 months. I said, okay, time has come. And before then, I even said it before, I saw the invasion of our land. That was 3 months ago. I said it. Maybe it didn't go. I was worried. I said, no, we have to do something. We must do something. And we saw how fighters were streaming into our land. And the worst thing, I've seen some women, some Biafran women, Igbo women, married to these enemies, blabbing their mouth. There should not be any mercy for anyone sabotaging our efforts, whether you are a man or a woman. That is why they are, you know what women can do? They are going into women, pregnanting them, sowing seed of discord, rearing bastards among us to cause problem. The rainy day should start. And when it starts, you shouldn't look whether you are a man or a woman. I've said it. We are documented because reprisal will be visited on them when the time comes. They will never go free. So if you don't have anything to contribute meaningfully onto saving our land, shut up. Because when the time comes, there will never be mercy. We have a task to save our land, and that task must be ahead. It must be ahead to the last full stop. Fulani will never take our land. They will never succeed. Darkness and light can never be the same. Manu na miri anahemeko. We are not the same. We will never be. So there's no need. If you like, when Biafra comes, you can relocate to their land. There's no problem. We are not against them coming to stay with us, but taking our land forcefully and trying to in this their cunning way do what they did to Hausa. We are more sensible than them. We are ahead of them, and our God owns this earth. It's not a matter of pride. We are confident enough. We know who we are. So it is time for us to begin this action. In as much as we're on a spiritual warfare, we must equally prepare. Somebody who is going for an exam must read. If you like, you can fast, but you have to read. If you pray or fast, it will be for God to help you, to remind you what you have read. Not just you don't read, you want to pass exam. No, that is cheating. Which reminds me, some people are doing cultism. The other day I see read somebody was killed in a way. Where are the cultists? Or is it you people will be making noise, doing cultism? This is a time now. We are looking for heroes. Get into the bush. If you see any Fulani headsman, or if they kill our people, we must retaliate. This is where you come out. This is where you do the needful. So you can't be talking about cultism. You do your cultism on women's bum and taking something away, doing gragra on your streets and in the campus. Now, Ochebe, time has come. We are looking for heroes to save our land. This is what we want. Not killing people on the streets, doing jungle justice. Many people who steal in the market is out of hunger. Now, this reminds me of South Africa during the apartheid struggle. Many of you know about Nelson Mandela and ANC, African National Congress. When they started, you can imagine the story of how the Boers came into South Africa from the Cape of Good Hope, and they took over the land. But at a time in 1961, the ANC launched a military wing. They call it Spear of the Nation, Umkhonto Wesizwe, in 1961. And from then, the apartheid government became afraid. It was a tit for tat. Sorry. IPOB must raise a military wing. They must raise a military wing. We can't keep protesting every time we are complaining, and it will look. The whole world have seen that, look, we are peaceful people. They will never talk. It's natural, because many of them are part of the conspirators. We have to defend our land. We must defend our land. And that's why we must do the needful. There must be a military wing. Umkhonto Wesizwe. We must get something like that. Everyone is, every Biafran is a member of the IPO, is an IPOB person because they want to defend our land. We are not invading anybody's land. We just want to defend our own land. Simple. So if you think that the people they killed, they are members of IPOB, no. IPOB is doing what we want them to do. We need people to defend our land. And they are the only people prepared. Others, you are just talking, shouting, making noise. IPOB is on the ground, mobilized enough to defend our land. It is important. And there's no mercy for saboteurs. We don't have to have mercy for saboteurs. We must use them to teach others a lesson. They must be taught bitter lessons. Because many people have died because of their sabotage. When the rainy day begins, those who have documented, we will publish them. We will inform the world. And if you got involved in sabotage, you will never go free. There's no need. There's no need pretending about it. Whether you are my brother or my sister or you are related to me, you will never go free. Saboteurs must be brought down. They must be brought down. All those who are conniving with the enemy to take our land, to invade us, to annihilate us, there should be no. Because if we are not serious, these people, they've provoked us for far too long. We can't, we're peaceful people. But they keep killing unarmed people. What did we do? Some say, what did IPOB do that we hate them so much? You hate Nnamdi Kanu. What did he do? Apart from he's saying truth, he's saying enough is enough. He's cursing, insulting those leaders that we should even shoot. We should even kill. Those leaders, as of right, they are the ones that we should visit jungle justice on. And then Nnamdi Kanu is insulting them. Then you have problem with insult. Somebody who is mortgaging your future. Somebody who doesn't want your progress. You want him to have mercy. Why? If we have, if we can deal with these people, we should even kill them to set example. Go to China. If you get involved in corruption, you'll be hanged. These things are basic things to correct all future anomalies. Anybody who is going to public service should go there to serve. You should go there we are not sending you there to go and embezzle money. We're not sending you there to go and borrow. Nigeria, a country of 200 million people, we keep borrowing. Every time borrow to build train tracks, borrow to buy bus, borrow to buy paracetamol, borrow to everything, borrow. Look at the people leading us. They don't know how to borrow. And when they borrow, they share the money. And this, you are not ashamed to say you are a Nigerian. We should be ashamed. Is this a country that you are proud of? So, enough of this hatred on IPOB. Enough of this hatred on IPOB. Instead, IPOB must be empowered. It doesn't take you much. Little money. Little contribute. After all, you spend on frivolities. You spend on things that are inconsequential to you. Things that you don't even need. Is it not little thing you should add to contribute to what IPOB needs to defend our land that you should do? You ought to have done it a long time and keep doing that. It doesn't take us anything. Little money, little contribution. No matter, every little helps. 1,000 naira, 500 naira, 2,000 naira, 10,000. Some of us we spend lavishly on things that we don't need, let alone our own land, let alone supporting the efforts to keep our land. Is it too hard to do? Or do you want us to be like the Hausas? Your sisters will be raped. Your sisters will be carted away as sex slaves. Your mothers will be raped in front of you. This is how these people behave. They have no regard for humanity. They are relics of humanity. They filthy people. They have bloodsuckers. That is not what we need. So it won't take anything to support IPOB. Look for the nearest port. Support. I've always said it, that it is time for Nnamdi Kanu to open up. Some of us need to begin to raise money for IPOB. Especially in the spirit of this struggle. We've seen what is happening. We can't keep complaining. IPOB is ready. What they need is support. We have millions of young men who are ready to battle. They need to be empowered. We need to teach Fulani a lesson, a bitter lesson. But, the sabotage among our people is too much. The jealousy, the hatred, the division. But we need to start pinpointing those among us who do that sabotage initiate, then they deal with them. No matter whose ox is God. Even if you think you get money, we will down you. Money is inconsequential. You don't intimidate us with money. Intimidate with money. Who are you feeding? Not everybody is ready to bow to you. Who are you? Our people say, who born you? You, because you just got money and you want everybody to start worshiping you. No, we don't worship anybody. We only worship our God in heaven. And he is the only king we have. Every other person, we only respect you because of Mboy Barabo, Abba. So nobody can worship you because you are. Even Nnamdi Kanu that is leading IPOB. Nobody is worshiping him unless you just want to do it out of aura. But the moment he digresses, Chineke Bupuya, it's a very simple thing. Saul was king of Israel. The moment Saul started misbehaving, God removed him, told Samuel, go to the house of Jesse and raise a new king for me. This is a very simple thing. We don't have any king apart from God. Nnamdi Kanu is just leading us by the virtue of the fact that Chineke nyego onyinye to organize us, to mobilize our people. Chineke nyekwara go onyinye in your own capacity. So we must support him. We must pray for him. Ihe niile na-agba ya mgba na ha na-agba n'efu. They are not going to succeed. We've been talking to God. Despite the fact that many of us are still bad, we still have good people. One of our problems is idolatry. Idolatry. Our people, we worship nonsense. We worship streams, worshiping rivers, worshiping carved nonsenses. Things that are irrelevant, that cannot do anything for us. We have the maker who up to today, he's still doing miracle. You and I, you know the miracle is done in your life. Why can't you speak it out? And the victory of Biafra is hinged on him doing something. He said, give me the glory, I will give you what this Republic of Biafra. And that is why you see Nnamdi Kanu always calling him. And I've said it. I had 4 revelations on this. So I am following that guy on spiritual grounds. If he's not on spiritual grounds, I'm not following anybody. I fear nobody. I don't have any regard to anybody except my God. Yasin Tinishi, me Tinishi. Even if I go down, it is because at the end of the day, all of us are going to die. But we must defend our land. Whatever happens, we must defend our land. Anaha akoya akoko. So anybody that is talking, ignore the person. What we need to do is to empower IPOB. Revolutionaries. Can you be one revolution? Some people will say IPOB, calling all sorts of names. KD, go search the history of revolutions across the world. It is ordinary people that begins revolutions. Most times, even from abroad. Because that is where they will have the agahage there. From Bolsheviks revolutions, 1917, the Russian distance, across Kebenge, I don't want to delve into history. So we must support IPOB. Other important because and they are the only people that are prepared to defend our land. Any other person saying, hey, oh now, ya go say anya kambaya. Ya go say anya kambagi. Show us what you can do. We will back you. Instead of coming out, condemning IPOB. What are you condemning IPOB? People are praying and the security will just go there, abduct few of them, and when they come out, they open fire. And you are condemning IPOB. Why are you condemning IPOB? Haven't you been seeing what is happening in Southern Kaduna? If it is Black Lives Matter, you come out and be doing protests and take picture. Of force is a member of IPOB, for your information, because they are defending our land. You are criticizing. Nnamdi is collecting money. Have you paid anything? Have you even paid a dime? Have you paid a dime? You won't pay anything. You are still complaining. Because Ekwensu ne yuzugi in order to divide us. That's spirit of jealousy. Something that you know you cannot do until the day you die. You will not do that. You are complaining. Left with you now, our land will be overrun. You will not do anything. You think you will make money for your own, for you and your own family. You can't even help people. You can't even teach. You lack the aura to organize people. There's no iota of wisdom in you. You keep complaining. Hey, you want to be heard. Who are you? Ibomo Okoro Gagamba reformed. We must support IPOB because that is the only way. There must be tit for tat. And that's why I said it is time for a military wing. Unkonto we seize way. Go and search for it. That's without it, South Africa. We need to start. So in a cultism, no, this is the time. This is the time. Come and save your people. Oh, every time I make a noise. Like a Jerome. Spread this message. I need this support to IPOB. I need this support to IPOB. God bless you.